Hi, Cancer. Welcome to your July reading. I want to wish you a very happy birthday. I hope it is wonderful despite everything going on in the world. I hope you find some peace and some centering and some happiness. So I wanted to start this video off just talking very quickly about where I am, what I'm doing. I am in Mexico at the moment. And I am working with these amazing human beings who offer free after-school activities like self-defense, Muay Thai, boxing to very, very low-income children. And these people have been doing this for years out of the goodness of their heart. And they're at the point now where like a lot of businesses here, a lot of businesses, the ship has already sailed where they're staying afloat. It's to the point now where a lot of people are just trying to eat. So I just kind of wanted to put this out there in case anybody had some extra blessings in their life and wanted to send some along. I will leave a link to a fundraiser that I'm doing for them. It goes directly to them, nothing from me. I'll also leave I didn't think of this, my Venmo, because GoFundMe does take a cut, so I'll leave that as well. But again, let it be known, nothing goes to me, directly to them. They have, gosh, one of their students just made the Mexican Olympic team, and he's days away from going back to Mexico City to look for work because he literally works for food here. And I asked him about it the other day. He said, I'm just going with the flow. Not just it touched my heart because I could see that he was hoping for, keeping that last bit of hope alive, which I think is important for all of us now in these times. So I hope beyond that everything is going well here. And yeah, let's get into your reading because I already pulled all your cards. You kind of have a little bit of, it's a little bit back and forth because the first card I pulled for you guys is Two of Air, which is to me is inner peace. Looking at this card, this to me is, kind of getting grounded with I'm specifically looking at the phases of the moon. As I record this, we are going, I think it's an eclipse tonight, full moon. It's important. Is it a full moon? I think it is. Yes, it is. I don't know why I paused on that. To me, it looks like for you, this is kind of like a changing of tides, changing of, I want to say, out with one kind of way of life. It feels more than just kind of a trip around the sun. I feel like there's a significant change here that's going on for you guys. In the way I feel like you live your life. Like this to me feels big. And when I say live your life, I'm also talking specifically about the way you earn your money. So you might have been thinking of ways to change this, especially, we have this worldwide pause. I feel like this has incited a lot of reflection for a lot of you in the most positive way. I'm seeing, this is why I'm feeling a little bit of back and forth. There's a few cards of I don't know if it's inner tension or tension with others. Look around the world now, both are very likely, it might be both. But what I'm seeing here is it's like a disconnect. So if something's overwhelming you, I feel like you have the wherewithal and the foresight to know, okay, I need to disconnect right now. I need to kind of reground myself. This isn't important. For example, arguing with somebody on Twitter, not important. You're not solving anything. I think right now we're at this point where there's a lot of revelations going on. Look at the news. There's something new every day. Things are speeding up. Time is speeding up. And I feel like for Cancers, I'm feeling like you're feeling the importance of living your life the way you want. There's something here empowering that I feel is very, very good, but also a little bit scary. It's like I have to take action to get this to happen. This isn't going to fall into my lap. And I'm seeing it here with your current energy as the Hermit. I mean, this is Virgo, but this is to me that deep spiritual reflection, this period of pause where what you're actually moving towards, you have, well, what's holding you back and what your subconscious wants to let you know, this is holding you back. I mean, this is kind of cracking open and letting somebody in if you don't already have love in your life. I feel like this is kind of like, you know what, I'm ready. This whole period of time has shown me that I don't want to be alone, that I'm willing to take the risk because I want this stability. And it's also talking about, again, the financial stability that I feel like a lot of you are wanting to draw in even more. I'm saying this specifically because the central energy is the Two of Pentacles. To me, this can be working 2 jobs or having something on the side. Taurus had a very similar energy to this, where it's kind of weathering the highs and lows right now, and it's more like putting a focus on the things that ground me, the tangible things. We are Uranus and Taurus right now. Uranus isn't Taurus, excuse me. But I do feel like a lot of things for you are releasing. So while you kind of hone in on this, what am I doing? What's my time worth? Where do I want this to go in the future? Where can I redirect this? How can I have more? It's almost like there's a peanut gallery in the back that kind of distracts you every once in a while. Hopefully not. But I'm kind of seeing it here with this 5 of Wands. To me, this is like, again, it's like comments online, or, it's like play fighting. It's not really doing anything. I would kind of just say recognize this. It's just kind of rampant right now. And step back, because I do feel like you're actually creating this whole new kind of paradigm in your life. And what follows the 2 of air in this more shamanic deck that I pulled is the 4 of earth, security. I mean, this is insight leading to more security. Same message again. And what follows it in this deck? The Ace of Fire, something that excites you. And to me, this is a new direction. Some sort of inspiration, some sort of aha moment that immediately your gut says, yeah, I should do that. Why wouldn't I do that? Where in the past, maybe you were in this comfortable monotony of life, not to be negative, but I do feel like it's kind of like this energy of dreaming a little bit more, dreaming bigger. And I feel like there's a little bit of a fire lit under your, you know what. Yeah, I mean, we have another card of Temperance is in your power. This is slow and steady, wins the race, thinking things through, balancing things out. I feel like balancing yourself out too, especially with goodness, it is strong, astrological placements going on right now. Again, like I said, there's eclipse happening right now. Mars is in Aries. This is the god of war, kind of releasing things within us. That's why I'm saying there's going to be a tendency here. I want to say resist if you can. Maybe resist. Yeah, resist. Stay centered. Is it necessary? Does it add love to a situation? Does somebody need this? Or is it this my ego trying to prove a point? Am I just screaming the loudest, right? I feel like right now we just don't need that. We need more. I was going to say hugs, but there's a little bit of irony in that. Anyways, going back to this is what you need to know. Your thoughts are becoming things. Your desires, your feelings, what you know in your heart of hearts. This is what you're manifesting. Be careful of the distractions that lower that vibration, if you know what I mean. You really, with these cards to me, it's saying that there's this slow, steady evolution to it's like right around the corner. Maybe that's why I'm feeling it's like just the start of your new trip around the sun, right? And what do you have at the bottom of your deck? You have the King of Cups. And as I pulled this, there was a card on top of it, and it was the card of resistance. And it fell to the ground. I didn't go pick it up. I'm on a bar stool because I'm not going to pick it up. Anyways, to me, this is because you have the King and Queen of Cups, and you have the Two of Cups, Four of Wands. There's clearly a partnership possibility in this next phase. And to me, phase, this feels, again, I'm going to this year. 2021 feels very, very positive for you. Even, I don't feel this month for love. I mean, if you're already coupled, this is the warning. I feel like, do we need to fight about this? Does this need to happen right now? Well, Mercury is retrograde, and whatchamacallit, Mars is in Aries. Not the time, unless it's absolutely necessary. Just be aware of this. Family, friends, everybody applies to that card. But I do feel kind of this soulmate energy wanting to creep in. And this is kind of the end of this cycle. Again, if you are already in a happy, wonderful relationship, I'm curious if you're thinking about changing places of where you reside. This can be kind of big. So I don't know, maybe you're thinking about traveling, where you might travel when things open up. But I'm seeing kind of this dreaming type of energy where it's projecting into the future. And with these cards, especially this Queen of Cups, dream, I feel like this is going to become more easily, readily tangible to you. It's going to manifest for you. Yeah, even as I said that, the next card is the High Priestess. This is essentially the person that knows how to do exactly that. The secret keeper. The secret, right? Law of attraction. Okay. What card did I pull for you? Child of the cosmos. The intelligence of the universe lies within you. Let's read this. It says, there's a mysterious force that governs all of life, an intelligence that tells flowers when to bloom and the tides and seasons when to come and go. That intelligence is within you too. It was there before you drew your first breath, and it will be there well beyond your last. It is the part of you that informed every cell what to do when you were in your mother's womb. It's harder to resist this force than it is to surrender to it. Because Earth is a planet of polarity and free will, it is easy to forget that this intelligence exists within us. So often we become disconnected from this pulse of life and to fall into the pattern of believing that we're separate or feeling that we need to go it alone. We can feel isolated and as if we need to figure things out for ourselves, to rely on our own strength. You're being called to remember the intelligence that's within each and every one of your cells, to remember that you're a precious child of a loving, gentle universe, that you have access to all the intelligence, wisdom, strength, flow, and qualities there ever were, are, or will be, and to remember that if flowers know exactly when and how to bloom, then you do too. How can you surrender more deeply to the intelligent flow of life? Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying about this young man that works at that gym here in Mexico. Just going with the flow, knowing, hoping, praying, waiting to the last moment, forging faith right in that dark, deep cavern, cave, that huge valley, right? The valley, the shadow of death. That's where faith is forged. And I feel like a lot of us are kind of there in some way or another, looking to reform our faith and see what's on the other side. I feel like a lot of you are hopeful for what's to come. So what card did you get here? Share your voice. Come out of the cave. Persecution, expression. So let's see. It says you are being called to share your voice, perhaps by speaking up in a relationship or through writing, speaking, singing, or some other form of creative expression. We each hold a truth deep within us that longs to be expressed, sculpted for lifetimes. The voice of your soul is like no other. It carries with it the wisdom that can only be gained through soul history and growth. By remembering, tapping into, and expressing this unique tone, we not only heal ourselves, we also heal the planet at large. When you share your voice, you unlock something in the universe and call a missing piece of you home. Your individual voice is the most powerful sound current on the planet. If you have kept your soul's voice silenced, or held back, chanting or singing could be truly life-changing for you. As we shed the layers of our personality and start letting our unique soul speak through us, we discover that we actually have a very clear message that longs to be shared. The more we speak it, the clearer it gets. There has never been a better time in history than right now to rise up, speak your truth, and share your soul's voice. If you feel fearful, know that you are not alone and that the world needs your unique tone in order to harmonize. As we each rise up and share our song, we make it easier for the next person to do the same. The next generation. This affects you. This affects everybody. You create, you set the tone. You have more ability to make a change than you realize. We all do. I just received this beautiful deck. My friend sent it to me. She made these. It's more for coaching, I think, but they're called compass cards. They're really pretty. I'll leave a link to her information below. But I pulled some cards from this deck, and they're more just contemplative cards. It says, what's one action you can take in the next 5 minutes? What do you not want to admit? What more? And what do you want this to be a result of this admission, of getting this out? Because I feel like for cancers in particular, you guys have this ability to, I don't want to say hold on, but I guess hold on more than others. In that, I mean, we all have experiences and we all remember it, but I feel like not holding on so tightly as that something we need to mold us. I think having it come in and let it pass and let it stay in the past. It's more of a forgiveness almost, maybe of self, maybe for somebody. So if you can, in the next 5 minutes, I mean, if there's something that came immediately to your mind, what am I working through right now? What do I need to release? Give it permission to go. Maybe it's an old job even. Maybe it's where you live. Maybe it's a relationship that's not working out. Typically things like this, with simple questions, I find something immediately usually comes up. And these are little tricks and things we can do, I find, like at night. Even thinking of things like, what am I grateful for? Or what did this year bring despite everything going on? And you make these little internal collections of a different sort of impression on yourself, on your soul, on your vibration, right? Because it's so easy to remember the crummy stuff, the hurtful things people tell us. It's a certain type of skill to do the opposite. That's why I encourage practicing it, because it is. it's just human nature. We want to improve, we want to get better, so we grasp the negativity. And I think this year, kind of your next trip around the sun, I feel like there's a lot of inspiration, and I feel like there's a lot of financial stability. Emotional, yes, but I feel like I'm because I'm feeling emotionally solid, there's this other, it's like law of attraction, it matches with the other vibration. So I feel like whichever one comes first for you guys, there's something here to be said about a new journey, a new path that feels more, I don't want to say exciting, I don't know your life, but it feels like in addition to what you're currently living, it feels very exciting. It feels like you're stepping out in some sort of way than the normal. You don't need to decide to be something totally different, but it feels like there's a little bit of newness, and it's really exciting. It's really positive. So I think with that, I'm going to end it here. Again, if you feel generous in your heart, I hope the blessing returns 100-fold to you. I will leave the link and some beautiful pictures of these people that you would be supporting. Even a small $1, $5, I feel like it would just be powerful to see that people care. And, good people, I think, deserve good blessings. So with that, I will see you guys again soon. Happy birthday.